Hi there. I and my buddy Joe English are sending our regards, and today we would like to answer some ACT English section test questions together. So let's share the PDF. Okay. Today's passage is entitled "Hair Raising Problems." And the first question is, why is it that we are so completely obsessive with the hair on our heads? The writer asks. So we usually say obsessed with, not obsessive with. It's an adjective. So B is the best answer. Okay. Second question. Someone is willing to pay the money to do it. Natural red heads long for to be brunettes. Okay, so should we say pay the money or paying money, have paid? Of course, pay would imply pay money. So pay alone is enough. And as you know, go shorter when you are on the act or SAT. So ACT or SAT. So G is the best answer here. Pay to do it. Okay. Then number three, he says, um, if we read from the beginning, natural redheads long for to be, no, long to be directly. So C is the best answer. They long to be, meaning uh, they wish to have, to be brunettes and so on. So long to be. We don't say long for to be, long to be directly. So C is the best answer. Okay. How about number four? If we read number four, both men and women cringe at the sight of each gray hair. Yeah. And so teenagers enjoy weekly experiments with magnetized spikes and tangerine streaks. So doesn't sound correct here. So, and however, or yet, or and. Because we have two ICs, both men and women cringe at the sight of each gray hair. That's an IC, a complete independent clause. The other one also, teenagers enjoy weekly experiments with magenta dyes and tangerine streaks. That's another IC. And as you know, if we want to combine two ICs, we can do this with a comma and one of the fanboys. So, and should be the best answer here. So J, okay? Yes, is the best answer. Moving on to five, if we read that, all of these thoughts cross my mind as I examine the results of my most recent hair adventure. As I examine the result of, that sounds correct. Result for, result with, result by, result of. So no change is the best answer here. Let's move to number six, reading from number six. Um, he says, as a mature woman watching the gray hairs mixing in rapidly with my natural brunette tones, I decided over a year ago to approach my stylist with the idea of highlights. Okay, so what should we say? Mixing in rapidly with? No, no change doesn't sound the correct answer. Rapidly mixing. My gray hairs or the gray hairs rapidly mixing with. So mix is followed by with. Okay, so G is the best answer. Yeah, H and J do not sound correct here. So G, rapidly mixing is the best answer. All right, now moving on to number seven. If we read from the beginning, number seven, I decided over a year ago to approach my stylist. We shouldn't put a comma between ago and to, and we shouldn't put any of the other like colon or and then a comma after two, we should go without any punctuation here. If we read the sentence, I decided over a year ago to approach my stylist with the idea of highlights. Fabulous, no problem, sounds natural, so B is the best answer. Let's move on to number 8 and beginning of number 8. Okay, having seen many of my peers go this route, I figured that highlighting was for to be. No, of course, no change is wrong. Was being, no. We just say was the answer to my reluctance. So J is the best answer. And also it goes with the rest of the sentence because it's in the best. I figured and highlighting was the answer. I figured highlighting was the answer. So J is the best choice. Moving on to 9, the monthly highlighting went well, and then colon, excepting for those times when my hair turned out a little too subdued. So what is the best answer for 9 here? We should say, yeah, the monthly highlighting went well, comma, except for. We don't say excepting for. So it went well, comma, except for those times when my hair turned a little too subdued, making blah, 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 instead of brunette. So it's a one long sentence. So we just put a B, well, and then comma, and then except for. Okay. Moving on to number 10. For the most part, I have enjoyed my year of highlights. It sounds natural, but let's read a little bit before. I suffered, though I suffered through it remarkably well, saying to myself, she will get it right the next time. Probably her hairstylist did something wrong one time with her hair, but then she says, for the most part, I've enjoyed my year of highlights. So, yes, no change is the best answer here. Yes, it's better than saying also because she doesn't add anything new or in the light of or instead. So the best answer is F. How about number 11? Okay. For the sake of logic and coherence, sentence 5 should be placed. Okay, let's read sentence 5. Donna was surprised at my suggestion, but quickly began sharing my unbridled enthusiasm. Okay, so this sentence should be put before sentence 1, after sentence 2, before sentence 4. Let's read sentence 1. The monthly highlights went well except for those times, okay, when my hair turned out little too subdued, or number 2, yeah, after sentence 2. I suffered through it remarkably well myself. She will get it right the next time. And before sentence 4, that is after 3. For the most part, I enjoyed the highlights. I bravely approached Donna, my stylist, 2 months ago and proclaimed that I was done with wimpy highlighting and ready to go blunt. Yes, that's it. So after sentence, before sentence 4 is choice D. So choice D is the best answer. Yes. Okay. Number 12, unbridled enthusiasm as she gathers the appropriate chemicals. We should make it as she gathered because the beginning of the sentence, Donna was surprised but quickly began sharing, and as she gathered the appropriate blah 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 soon transform me. Yeah. So the sentence is in the best, so we should put the verb in the best. She gathered. J is the best answer. How about 13? Um, all right, 3 months later, I find myself seesawing back and forth between tears and laughter. That sounds natural. Yeah, I was seesawing between this and this. That is, I was going back and forth between this and this. So, uh, no change. A is the best answer here for 13. 14, okay. The writer is considering deleting the preceding sentence. If the sentence was deleted, the essay would primarily lose what? If we read that preceding sentence, each time I begin to experience a new bang of disgust and despair over this new hair anomaly, I once again ask myself why we are so obsessed with the hair on our heads. The answer always comes to me in a flash, in a simple two-word phrase: pure vanity. Soon after this realization, I cease my crying. If we were to delete this sentence, what would the essay lose? Summary of the essay now. Narrator's ability to put her situation into perspective. Yes, that's it. That's it. G. G is the best answer for 14. How about the last question, 15? Suppose the writer had chosen to write a how-to article for people wanting to change their hair color. Would the essay fulfill the writer's goal? No. No, because this article only deals with the narrator's own experimentation with her hair and does not provide steps for others to do the same. So that is the best answer, C. C is the best answer for that question. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.